Today I'm here to talk about a commitment that's sacred to me and central to our efforts to keep things moving. It's a straightforward solution. Support and grow more American-based companies. Put more Americans to work in union jobs. Strengthen American manufacturing and secure critical supply chains and confront the climate crisis, which is all about jobs. I can sum it up in two words: buy American. Buy American. Now, what most people don't know, no matter how informed they are, most people don't know that for literally almost a century, there's been a law on the books in America called the Buy America Act. It's supposed to make sure that when your government spends your tax dollars in buying goods, that they have to be goods that were built, purchased in America. But the previous administration didn't take it so seriously, and previous ones, not just the last one. They were quick to say, you know, we have a lot of money to spend. We got to buy. The government's going to buy everything from buildings to aircraft carriers to trucks to whatever it is. But we can't find an American company that can do it all. So we're going to have to issue a waiver. We'll hire the American company, but that American company is going to have a subsidiary overseas where Americans don't work, where it's much cheaper, they can make more money, and they're going to say we have to have that as part of the chain of building the product. The result has been tens of billions of dollars didn't go to jobs and businesses in communities like this one. In recent years, Buy America has become a hollow promise. But my administration is going to make Buy American a reality. And I'm putting the weight of the federal government behind that commitment. With in the White House itself, we put in a Made in America office to oversee, not an agency, in the White House itself, to oversee these efforts. In my first cabinet meeting, I told all of the cabinet members, if their agency wants to issue a waiver, the forest department is buying trucks or hoses or whatever they need, okay? They've got to buy something that's all of it that's been made in America. And you can't give exceptions. You can say, we can't find one that they get their nozzles overseas because they don't have anybody here can make them, et cetera. I said, if you're going to give an exception, you've got to tell the White House specifically why the exception. If they still want a waiver, they have to post the request on publicly. So American manufacturers all over the United States and businesses have a chance to look up now in a new facility and say, hey, they're looking for companies that make nozzles. They're looking for companies that make the following whatever. We make that. We make that. And contact us. Then they can't take the job overseas. And today, we're going to go further. We're going to make the biggest enforcement changes to the Buy America Act in 70 years. Right now, if you manufacture a vehicle, I expect you guys know about that, that gets purchased by the federal government, the law says that, and there's about 600,000 vehicles the federal government owns, by the way, and replaces and buys, that substantially all that vehicle, substantially all, should be made in America. But because of loopholes over time, you know what substantially all means today? If 55% of it was made in America, you can go ahead and get all the rest of it purchased other places. To me, 55% is not substantially all. And this is actually a double whammy. First, 55% is not high enough. And second, contractors don't have to tell us the total domestic content of their products. They just have to tell us that they hit the threshold. Nobody checking. Well, they got a new sheriff in town. We're going to be checking. No, I'm serious. I am deadly earnest. Today, I'm directing the Budget Office to issue a rule to raise the amount of domestic content required to be considered made in America from 55% to 75%.